James, where's James? Is he over here? Come on, James. This is James Smith.
Hey, James.
James, I like question number 1. I think that'd be a good one.
Hourglass was such a great album and great sophomore effort. Did you enjoy recording this album with Christian Egner, and did it make the whole recording process easier?
It was, you know, Andrew said it in the with the DVD part of the record that comes with the record. But there's like an interview that we do, and you know, when Andrew was asked a question how it was recorded, and he said, you know, it was easy, and you know, it sounded flippant at the time, and we sort of laughed, but it was a lot of fun. We did it all in my little studio here in New York, and you know, that's where I go to work. I go there every day, you know, after the kids go to school, and I sit there and, you know, most of the time do nothing. But occasionally I get an idea or something. But when I'm around Christian and Andrew, they inspire ideas, and you know, Christian and I have developed quite a relationship where he kind of knows where I'm going to go with my voice, and you know, challenges me with that, with maybe like throwing a different chord in there that you know, I wasn't hearing or something, and it enables me to use my voice in a way that's challenging, and that's one of the things that's really good about it, is doing these records, especially this record, because it gives me more confidence about there's a lot more I have to learn, and to learn about myself and my voice and how to use that, and the words, like they come quite naturally. I don't. I mean, I sit down and I write a lot, but you know, quite often I never really saw something was complete, but you know, I rarely write a complete sort of lyric. Quite often I'll sing gibberish, and then when we listen to it back, I'll hear a word that kind of inspires the song. And you know, it's much in the same way that Depeche has worked over the years, where you know, Martin presents us with a demo, and quite often the thing that we look for first is an interesting sound. We look for a sound that will inspire an atmosphere that will take the song put the song into a different place. You know, when you're writing and you're sticking to kind of a format of writing, quite often you get, you know, trapped in there. And with Hourglass, we really just let it flow and let it go where it wanted to go. And within a few weeks, it started to, you know, take shape. So. You know, it wasn't until then really that we realised that we were making a record. But first we were just going to write songs. So.
That was great. Thanks for having us up here. This was awesome.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little, I don't know about you guys, for me, we're all like a little shell-shocked, because we thought we were just getting the Q&A, and then we come in and there's like the band, and everybody's just like, and we're all like watching the band and Dave, and we're all like, and it wasn't because we were just like, whoa, we just didn't expect it. So thank you so much, and your band. I wish we could thank them, like, you know personally. They were
really
amazing.
Great.
Just an amazing band, phenomenal.
You know, I called up Martin, and we got, you know, Martin came straight away, and
yep.
He's really special. He plays really in a special way, and gets it. You know, and you know, Graham's new relatively, and Kurt as well, who I've known for a long time. Here in New York, has helped me out in my studio on a number of occasions, and does some remix stuff as well now. And of course Andrew and Christian.
Sure.
But
yeah, we were just like,
yeah, you know, it's weird. Like after when you finish the record, and then you know, we rehearsed last weekend. We just rehearsed Saturday and Sunday, and the first day, by the end of the day, it was all kind of coming together.
Sure.
And it's always interesting to me, because it's the same like going on tour. Like sometimes after you finish the record and you go out on tour, and after a month or so, you know, a few weeks, the songs start taking a different, they get more relaxed, and they kind of take on a different energy. I've been constantly trying to convince my band for years to like maybe try something a little different in the studio. You know, like work out some songs in a different way in the studio, and then sort of add the atmospheres but get some energy going on like what we do live. But we've yet to do that. But I get to do it like...
See, you can't mention that. If you don't mention it and then it starts to happen, then you just go with it. Because it's almost like, you know, people always fight.
We did it a lot more actually on Playing the Angel. And it was forced upon us by Ben Hillier, who produced the album, because that's the way he works. he plays drums himself, and he sits at the drums, and he gave Martin a guitar every day, and he said, right, play.
Right.
And, you know, Martin was all like, but he did, and I'd get on the mic, and quite often we'd sort of jam an idea a bit to get a feel of it first, and I think you can sort of hear that a lot more in playing the Angel. It was exciting to do that because we haven't worked like that really before.
And you seem to really just begin to, you know,
oh, it's great.
Not knowing what's coming next.
They're great. They're really fun to play with.
I think we have two more. We have Elodie. Elodie was somebody that while you were playing, I noticed Elodie. Stop me if I'm wrong. You sang every word, every song that David at the beginning of the band was playing. I mean, you were right on the money here.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
I felt your energy too.
Thanks.
It helps.
Go for 2. Although I'm going to slip in 3 because I like it. Okay. She wanted to actually know if you're ever thinking about writing a book about your experiences, and if so, could she get like a reserved signed copy now? Because you've had such a rich life.
Yeah, well, you know, I have, and but you know, I don't know. I've been asked a couple of times.
You seem like a private guy, though. Maybe you wouldn't want.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like so much stuff has been written in the press, and a lot of it which came, you know, from me kind of spilling my guts and needing to do that, you know, as well on some level. But you know, I'm a little bit more cagey about kind of the stuff I talk about now. You know, you got to be careful. And there was a period where, you know, I was talking a lot about, you know, when I first got sober and began getting sober. It was such a, you know, mind-blowing experience, to be quite honest, to be raw and to feel everything for the first time and not really know what to do with those feelings. Whoever would give me 5 minutes to talk about it, I wouldn't stop talking. So I made the mistake of talking to a lot of journalists and thinking that it was a good thing to do. But, you know, I had to be careful. You know, it affected Martin Fletch a lot, and they found it quite difficult to deal with, although they were very happy, of course, that I was awake. It was a difficult time for them, so you know, I try and steer away from that. And quite often the articles that you read, there's one coming out in Spin this month that I knew it was going in that direction when the journalist was talking to me, and I did my best to sort of steer it away from that. But you know, it's what people want to write about on some level. So a book is like, you know, I don't know. I think the one person that could write a really good book would be Darryl Belmonte. If it was about the band and about the characters in the band, he probably has more insight between him and Jonathan than anyone else over the years. But personal thing, I don't know. You know, I like reading those kind of books. I gotta say, I like that. You know, they're the kind of books I read. You know, whether it's like, you know, about Neil Young or Johnny Cash or Elvis or, you know, whatever. I find them fascinating. There's a great Stones book by Philip Norman, which is awesome. But you know, someone said once, you know, if a band does a book, you know, there's always slightly different interpretations, because, you know, the memory is weird. It plays tricks on you, and my interpretation of something that happened may be very different to somebody else's in the band, and that quite often happens. I think it plays tricks on us. So I haven't got any plans, no. Funny enough, I was asked the other day, someone asked me if I would be interested in doing it. But.
So Elodie, you have a very unique name. So if that ever did happen when Dave is old and grey, and
yeah.
shot him an email, I'm sure I'll get you a signed copy.
I'm sitting on my rocking chair on the porch,
So,
you know.
Elodie, what